Ha.
It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, MarkinsPires. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by The Beat Seat.
Welcome, my friends, to the show that never ends. It's the MarkinsPires Show, day 1910 in a row. We're doing it. We got an action-packed show for you. Actually, I have no idea what we're going to do. I never know what we're ever going to do. We just get together. I'm just going to tell people here, YouTube, X, and Rumble. I'm telling, this is Clapper. We've been getting a good crowd on Clapper when I go live. People seem to stay when we're on. And let's just put that in there, and we're going to go live there as well. So I do plan on playing you guys at least a little bit of this clip you're going to see tomorrow, because I'll tell you what, it's freaking hilarious. Now, I think all the comedy news stuff I've been doing is funny, but that's just, I guess it's my humor. I think what I'm putting out there is funny stuff, because if I saw it, I'd laugh myself. But I'm not sure how you feel about it. All I'm going to say is this. Tomorrow, the Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly trolling/roast. Yeah. Woof. I want to play you a couple minutes of it because it made me laugh. By the way, this was the one right here. This one. I was going to cash it, but I said, you know what? Instead, I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to put it in my drawer until next year, and I'll just be like, you know, I could use the $1.1 billion now. You know, that's it. You guys see the numbers right there. That's it. That's the winning ticket, right? Whatever, you know, I'm just gonna keep busting my tail, real estate agent, you know what I mean? And tough market. Now they changed it so people don't need buyer agents anymore. They do, but they don't think they do because they don't freaking know anything. And these idiots make rules that are not benefiting people, really. I mean, it actually hurts agents the most, but outside of that, you're creating issues within the transaction, which we can get into, but we're not going to. It is Sunday night, day 1910 in a row of the MarkinsPires Show. And guys, Megan Fox, the dumb lips, you know, the stupid nose, triple boob job. She had to do a triple. First two just wasn't happy with those. You know? Oh, goodness. So did you guys have a good weekend? Did I see that it's S. Coop's birthday? Did I see that in here? I just quickly saw it said happy birthday to S. Coop. Someone said that. S. Coop? Oh my goodness, I remember last year Mark wrote me a song on my birthday. Can't believe how fast the time goes by. S. Coop, you're right. What the hell was the song we wrote last year? March 24th, 2023. What was the song? We wrote something that night. This goes back to what I'm always saying. We miss everything. We miss it all here, you know? Because it's a daily show, and every single day we're living in the moment. There is no script. And therefore, I forget almost everything that I do. So I kind of need you guys to go back and be like, oh, remember that song you wrote, Mark? Go and pull it. Let's drop it for everybody to enjoy. Matt Zabrowski, can you hear me?
Something inside for you. Something to live for.
Zabrowski said to keep the wheeze down. We're trying to get a woo-hoo over here. Joanne! Gosh almighty! Joanne! You destroyed it! That was a perfectly good woo-hoo! You know? No, I'm sorry, Zabrosk. You could do it again. We're all here. We're on bated breath. We're here waiting for a second woo-hoo. Because that first one was totally stomped on by Joanne's wheeze. I apologize about that. There's not much I can do about Joanne's wheeze. You know, we've tried with the WD-40. We've given it the old college try. Does not seem to work. Joanne keeps wheezing. It could be the humongocarditis that Joanne's suffering from. Remember, she's the, I guess you'd say, guinea pig. Some people say she's just a pig. you know, but that's just, you know, it's not nice to do that. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne, we're still not sure what you are. It's a non-human entity, but just not sure which. Yeah. From the planet Globdube, you know? When Joanne was shipped here from Globdube, they were like, you guys, good luck. Good luck to you on planet Earth. We just couldn't handle it at Globdube, you know? That Joanne with her wheeze almost destroyed the planet. You know? And they're like, what are we going to do? We're here at Globdubians, and we need to figure out what to do with this Weezer. Then there's a guy who stood up in the back. Hey, I got an idea. What if we send, we're Globdubians, you know, but what if we send Joanne the Weezer to that blue planet, the one that looks like a marble? It's a blue marble. You know that one? I'm sorry? No, I know it's a CGI picture, but it's still, right? We see it as sort of a blue marble from our distance. Globdube. Joanne, she was delivered on a pallet truck. You know? Anyway, guys, tomorrow at noon, the Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly, Roastaroo, you know? And I'm excited for it. I'm actually going to play you a couple seconds of it because, to me, this is the bang biggity boo, you know? It's the bang biggity boo. Let's see what we can do here. A Joanne, you're a Weezer. You're a Weezer. You guys know it. I'm trying to find this display capture. Is that the one? Let's just see. Trying to give it full screen for you so you can see it because I don't think it goes in an HD until tomorrow. I mean, it's in HD, but it doesn't play back when I'm watching it and sharing it with you guys. But we try anyway. Yeah, it's window capture. We're gonna do a secondary window capture 3. And let's see if we can do this. Where is it? Here we go. Well, there's window capture. So, guys, where did he go? He was there and now he's not there. It's window capture 3ing it. Okay, so where's the channel? Oh, there we go. Okay, so let me just get us in the right spot here. Well, I'm sorry, now you're looking at this crap. Gosh almighty, Joanne. It's still not working. You know, it's times like this. Oh, there we go. Just like the corner of the screen. That's like an Elgato minus the Elgato. Right, guys? The Elgato minus the Elgato. How big is this freaking screen here? Seriously, I made it like massive. Now I'm trying to downgrade it. No go. It's going very slow for the downgrade. There we go. We're getting closer and closer to a proper screen, full screen. That's Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. They're doing it. Most likely still, even though they're like, I hate you. You know, when they loved each other enough to do the, you know, vampire drink each other's blood thing. I mean, that's just pretty cool stuff, I would say. Clapper, my friends, if you want to see this, you're going to have to head over to YouTube, to X, or to Rumble in order to see what I'm about to show you. This is some silly McGee stuff. I'm not actually sharing the whole thing. You guys see it's 19 minutes, 14 seconds long of complete insanity. This is one of the funniest roasts I've done so far. They're all freaking ridiculous. I think the one I did on James Bond was pretty ridiculously funny too, but James Bond. Now we're doing Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly with the stupid Ellen face, you know? And the weird thing he's got here with like a ring. I don't even know what the hell that is. Yeah, we get it. You want to be a vampire. And you're the crypt keeper, right? Over here in Clapper, just want to say hi to you real quick. Brian Davis, how are you, my friend? And Caroline Destankman. Good to see you. We're on YouTube, we're on X, we're on Rumble, we're on Twitch, we're on DLive, we're on Facebook if you're a fan of Mark Zuckerdick. That's on you if you are. But we're here 1910 days in a row. We're about to play you a little piece of my newest piece of comedy news. It's coming out tomorrow at noon on the MarkinsPires YouTube channel, on Rumble, on the MarkinsPires Rumble channel. I'll try to get it up on X And then there will be a bunch of little shorts. You'll see them on Clapper. Bunch of little shorts you'll see on TikTok. But in general, if you want to see the full 19 minutes, 14 seconds undisturbed, so you could pee your pants, make sure you bring your pee pad for this one. Remember last time? You guys like, I forgot my pee pad. Mess everywhere. While you're at work? No good. I'll put my headphones on. No one will know. What's so funny over there, Tad? And you're Tad. You know that. You're the one guy out there. Your name's Tad. You know? Oh, is that Ted? No, it's fucking Tad. Tad Gillington. Tad Gillington, your tea time is up. It's 11:11 in the PM. We're doing night golf with Tad Gillington, right? He's the next one on the roast freaking platform. We're gonna roast the hell out of Tad. You know, with that stupid name. With this lockjaw. Look, it's me, Tad. No, I had a tad of a tough day today. But I'm here. I'm gonna do a show. Oh, jolly gee whizzy bear. I don't even know what the hell that means. Ah, goodness, guys, right? Where am I? Holy cow, are you kidding me, Joanne? I'm here doing the comedy for 10 minutes. No one even freaking sees me. Except on Clapper. You guys got all that. Yeah, you guys got all the comedy. Unfortunately, X, Rumble, and YouTube, Zucker Chooch book, Twitch, D Live, they all missed it. X, they all missed it right there. That was gold. Anyway, guys, join us, the tube, because you want to see this. It's some funny stuff, you know? I'm realizing I'm always trying to title these things. Like, what do I title this news story that I'm doing? And I realize that every news story is me just essentially roasting the fucking hell out of whatever's going on that screen. You know? Roasting the airlines. Roasting Hilaria Baldwin. She's freaking hilarious. Right? With that fake, I'm from Spain. Cucumber or como se dice? Como se dice, you're from Boston. What are we talking about over here? I'm gonna go get some fucking pizza. That's what you're saying. And you come, como se dice? Hilaria. No, it's Hillary. Why don't you stop playing games with us, stupid? You know, but she did bag Alec Baldwin. She did it. She bagged Alec with that big lie. And then Alec, he saw him, he's like, oh, you know, she told me, but we wanted to pretend. Yeah, did you, Alec? You still thought she was Spanish. You had all those little interviews. Oh, I'm so glad I got a firecracker of a Spaniard. Did you? You got a Bostonian. You got a fake Spaniard. Hilarious. Right? Guys, that 20-minute piece of comedy roasting is on YouTube as well. The Hilaria Baldwin roast. And Alec, you know, he did a great job on Rust, right? Freaking, you know. Oh, I didn't pull the trigger. No, it just shot itself, right, Alec? You go home to your Spaniard wife, you know, the spicy Spaniard. I'm sorry? No. I meant Bostonian Spaniard. I mean, you know, she's a spicy Bostonian. She's got that attitude, that Boston attitude. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? You like them fucking apples? You're hearing that from Hilaria. And she's like, you know, I'm not pulling a guy. I'm not able to pull an Alec Baldwin. I wonder what I should do. I got it. I'm from Spain. My name is Hilaria. I'm Hilaria Baldwin. No, you're freaking hilarious. That's about it. You know? Good. Como se dice? Cucumber? Cucumber? No, it's a cucumber. You've been saying this since you were 2 years old in freaking Boston. No? Right? Anybody? Gosh almighty. And Megan freaking Fox is getting it next tomorrow. Actually, at noon, but you're about to see a couple minutes here. A little premiere. Pulling back the curtain. Here on the MarkinsPires show, day 1910 in a row. People on Clapper, I love you. Head over to the YouTube channel. Head over to X. Head over to Rumble. And just type in MarkinsPires. It's right. You see that? My name is Mark Pires. You throw a little INS in the middle, you got MarkinsPires. And we've been doing this for 1910 days in a row. The epitome. No, I don't know what it is. Basically, at the end of the day, we are here trying to inspire you to greatness just by showing up and reminding you that, hey, no matter how bad tomorrow is, it could freaking be a solar, we could have like a solar eclipse, like a total eclipse, and I'm still going to be here doing a show. God willing that, we still have power at the end, if there's not some sort of weird like grid failure. I'll still be back. We're just 90 days away from 2,000 days in a row. It is a streak that no one has ever attempted before, that I believe, to go long form every day for 2,000 days in a row. And now we do 2 shows a day at 9 a.m. and then again after 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. And if you could help me spread the word, if you can join us, it's music, it's comedy. I write music every single day on this guitar here at 432 hertz. You probably have seen some of my clips. And I invented this drum. It's the only drum in the world for guitar players. I patented it, and every single night we write songs on it. Last night we wrote this, and you don't hear it. Catch the wave, that's right. So that was written last night live in the moment. It's what we do. I live loop with this drum. It's the most amazing drum in the world, guys. The show is sponsored by the Beat Seat. It's the only drum you can play with your hands and feet at the same time. Sounds like a drum kit. And if you know anybody with a special need, with autism, with Down syndrome, please let them know about the Beat Seat, because it's the most powerful drum on the planet for someone with a special need. It has unlimited tones, unlimited vibrational effect to each of those tones. And if you understand what someone's dealing with autism, dealing with Down syndrome, is they go down a rabbit hole when it comes to music. And if you could provide them a drum that has unlimited range, everywhere they hit it is going to give them a different vibrational effect in the core of their body. So check it out at beatseat.rocks. You see a couple of them right behind me here on Clapper. And you guys over here see the Men in Black Beat Seat that I created. You have the ability to put your logo on them. I mean, this is the most amazing drum. I hand build them myself. This is not made in China. It's not made in Malaysia or Cambodia. I hand build them right downstairs here in the studio, in the garage, and ship them out from Fairfield, Connecticut. So if you want to have the most powerful drum on earth that I have the patent for, no one else can make it for you, because they can't. I have the patent. So check it out, beatseat.rocks. Guys, let's get into this. I want to share this with you. And if you can, Clapper, I can't flip the screen for this because this is playing directly on, oh, wait a second, can I? No, I can't. I wish I could. Actually, I wonder if there's a way I don't think I could do this. If you guys can head over to YouTube, X, or Rumble, because you're not going to be able to see this at all. I'm going to have to shut off the feed right now so you guys can head over to YouTube. Everybody in the chat here, I'm going to go through and let you know who you're missing. First of all, let me say hi to you first. Louise Ramos. Josua, how are you, my friend? Glenn Johns, Kata, and Carolina DeStankman in the house still? Kicking it with me. We're having a great time here in Clapper, but remember, I want to let you guys know who you're missing over here on the YouTube channel, all right? And it's important you understand this because we're here doing it, Let's see. I think you guys are watching with me. Helen Gale Townsend's in the house. Karen Littleton's here. Already, I see you guys leaving Clapper. You're on your way to YouTube because Karen and Helen are here. But hold on. There's more. Kill it and motherfucking grill it in the house. He just killed it. He's grilling it right now. There's a grilling going on after the killing right here on YouTube. And you guys are like, I'm going to stay on Clapper. Look, I get it. You guys like to scroll and see little 20-second clips. This is a long-form live creation comedy show every day since December 31st, 2018. You don't want to go anywhere else, all right? This is the most electric show on earth. You just have to head over to YouTube and subscribe and ding the bell. I don't know why I muted the mother and then I didn't on the F word. I try not to swear here, guys. This is a clean show for all ages. It's a family show. Try to lift everybody up to come together. Can I get back to the fact that Kit Covert is here? Some people say we have liberty and freedom. We say both here. And then if you didn't know it, it's S. Coop's birthday. So if you guys could come over and sing your happy birthday song. It would be nice if you did that, because we're here, we're in the process, Trish Killian, by the way, she wanted to know if you were going to come and say hi to her. Guys, Virginia also, the whole state of Virginia's here. And then our friend Virginia as well. So that's just giving you an idea of what's going on down there, guys. You're trying to figure it out. Look, the roast of Twilight actor Cam Gigandet. Let's talk about that sweater. I love these freaking comedy news stories. I'm out of my mind. I like that, though. I mean, look, we have enough insanity and none of it makes sense. Why not have some positivity insanity? Positanity. This is a new name, a new thing we just created. Positanity. When you're doing the positanity for 1910 days in a row, Megan Fox comes out. She gets her 4th boob augmentation. And you're like, still looking weird, you should have stopped at 0. Let's go back in time when you showed up and you looked like a pretty girl and you just came out of nowhere like Nebraska style and you're like, hi, my name is Megan Fox. And then you show up now and we're like, who the f is that? It's Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, guys, if you don't know it. Twin souls. But they don't ever want to see each other again, all right? That's it. You're a twin soul, we were born for each other. But I'm giving you away what's in the actual comedy news story, guys. So can you head over to YouTube, X, or Rumble, and say hi to the fam and friends I'm telling you are kicking it with us. I'm going to remind you one more time, Christina Danes, Frugality, Luis Ramos, my brother, Josue and Kata. Let's get over to the YouTube channel. I got to close this out. I'll try to go back live again after I do this. But in order for us to do this correctly, I got to shut off the freaking clapper and make sure we all focus on what is about to play here. So can you join me over there? YouTube, I'll be back in a few minutes here in clapper, okay? Again, right here. See this link over my head? My name? Just go to YouTube there. I'll see you in a second. MarkinsPires. Love you. All right, guys, we're good. I just want to make sure we get as many of those people over here as possible. Because they're cool people on Clapper. We already got a few of them last night. Hold on. You had 2 when I came here and added another. It came in 2 and now on 1. YouTube sucks, Rumble. Cindy Psychic, you are so awesome. It's so good to see you. So guys, this is the bit. Let's get into it. I'm going to get off the screen for a second so you can see this. Let me know what you think. Ready? And again, we're not playing the whole thing. I'm just going to show you a little bit.
It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, Mark Pires. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by The Beat Seat.
Megan Fox confirms her engagement to Machine Gun Kelly is off. I thought they were soulmates and she was drinking his blood, vampire style. What happened there? Jeez, what is she wearing and who the freaking heck? What is this? Is that a leopard? Should she have a leopard tattooed on the side of her, or I don't know. And then there's one here too by the boobaroo. She's got another tattoo there right by the boob. I don't know. She's looking a little odd these days. She used to be a very pretty lady, But what's this nose? And again, with the stupid lips. These people doing the dumb lips. What are we talking about? It doesn't look good when you go out there like this. You didn't have any work done, I can tell. It's my favorite. You see, think, hey, what's going on, guys? No, I don't have any work done. What are we talking about here? Megan Fox. Foxy, it used to be Foxy Lady. Now it's I don't know. She's also got those nails on. What is that? That's you stab and she's trying to poke for some blood. She wants to get a little blood out of Machine Gun while she's out on the road. Machine Gun, come here. What's that, babe? Let me just slice your throat a little. I'm feeling hungry. You know how we do it, vampires and all. Megan Fox. Megan Fox is pulling back the curtain on the too hot and too cold relationship with Machine Gun Kelly. Fox's romance with MGK has been the subject of much speculation, drinking the blood and all, And the fact that she said that she birthed him. She basically let's read it. Something stupid. She said something dumb, like she dreamed about him and I made him a thing. Okay, you did, dummy. And now it's not working out? How does that happen? Right? What I've learned about being in a relationship is that it's not for public consumption, like the blood, when I did that with Machine Gun. So I think as of now, I don't have a comment on the status of the relationship per se, Fox said, conceding that she still thinks of Kelly as her twin soul. He's my twin soul, but I just can't be with him anymore. I just don't ever want to see him again. But still, my twin soul. When I do, if I happen to run into him, I'll be like, oh, look, there's my twin soul, But I don't want to see him ever again. It's like the one twin soul where it's like Cain and Abel, I hate my twin. I cannot say for sure what the capacity will be, but I will always be connected to him somehow, but through the blood. He drank my blood, I drank his blood. We're now vampires together, even though we're not going to ever be together again. I can't stand him now, But he's my twin soul. Fox and Kelly first went public as a couple in 2020 after meeting technically for the second time. The first time it was when she dreamt about him. And she's like, I'm making him. I made a guy named Machine Gun Kelly. I looked into his eyes and I was like, oh yeah, it's you. I've known for 1,000 years. Again, vampire. Guys, Megan Fox is a vampire. We're pretty sure at this point. Fox announced that they were engaged and had celebrated the occasion by drinking each other's blood. That's what vampires do, guys. We know it. A gesture that drew much criticism. What is so gross about that? Yeah, I did it with my soulmate, twin soul, the one that I don't ever want to see again. But still my twin soul. The actor half joked to Cooper, likening the exchange to an innocent blood pact between school children. When you're kids, you're like, cut it, let's do this. You're like blood brothers forever. We just drink each other's blood. It's the same thing. Machine Gun Kelly style. Instead, the public read it as an evidence to support the ongoing theories that Fox is an association with the occult. Just to squash that, I'm not a Satanist or any kind of that, like evil witch, light worker, she said, adding that she's become well practiced at avoiding unwanted identities the public thrusts upon her. You could swap the articles from this year.
You guys get a little bit further into here. Again, I don't want to play you the whole thing yet.
A lateral brow lift, a regular brow lift. I think that's when you go and you're like, can you just...
I can't.
And we make comedy out of this, the lips. That's just dumb. And the stupid nose. I'm telling you, she did something to her eyes as well. You're going to see, yeah, she said she wanted to be Chinese. Right? What happened here? Everything about her, she's a different person. I told you, lateral brow lift. She had a lateral brow lift. I think that's when you go and you're like, can you just make me so I can't see? And I run into walls. Regular brow lift. Facelift. She had a freaking facelift. Oh, no, I'm so... that is the have-not list. So she's saying she hasn't had a facelift, a lateral brow lift, a regular brow lift, a thread lift, a buccal fat removal, liposuction, body contouring, and a Brazilian butt lift. The have not list included. But I'm telling you, in the terms of surgery, it's not that much, Fox said, calling her fear of general anesthesia as disincentivizing saving grace. She's saying she would go and do a Joan Rivers. She's going to do a Joan Rivers. I'm guaranteeing it. Guys, we all know that she's a tranny, right? She's coming out. A couple weeks later, she's gone. Oh, goodness. If it's about embracing what's natural, she added, pointing to the ubiquity of gel nails and dyed hair, where does that logic stop? Well, you were with Machine Gun Kelly. Again, that dude, he's looking a little odd with all the freaking rings coming off his face, and he's got that hairdo, and he looks like he's 3 pounds soaking wet. right? And he's a terrible rapper. I don't know. I'm not into that. You know, like he tried to go after Eminem. Are you kidding me? Eminem? That guy can rap. That guy's ridiculous. He's probably one of the greatest rappers of all time. And you got Machine Gun Kelly. He's like,
I'm gonna go after Eminem. I'm a good rapper because I took another crapper. And then I didn't marry her. I did a blood oath with Megan Fox because she really rocks.
oh, wow, that's going platinum, Machine Gun Kelly. You know, his hits are like that. They're that bad. You went to the earth because you know we're giving birth. Oh, gosh, really, Machine Gun? You went with the real hardcore stuff on that one. Machine Gun Kelly. He uses like a water machine gun. You know, it's the one that just makes that really little sound on the window when you're spraying it. You know, yeah, guys, I'm really hard. Yeah. I'm playing the race card. Guys, did you get that one? I'm Machine Gun Kelly. I did it. The worst. The worst. I don't even have a picture of him. Do we have a picture of that goofball? Hold on. Oh, there he is. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. That's the Crypt Keeper.
Tales from the crypt.
Guys, there's the star right there. He's got his hand around the neck of this vampire looking. What the happened to her face? Right, Kathy? What happened to Megan Fox's face? That ain't right. There's something wrong. Nose, and then she's got the eye thing going on again. I'm telling you, she went to China to have that weird surgery done. I don't want to be an American anymore. The lips. But the Machine Gun Kelly, he's looking good there. He's looking good in the sequins. Goofball, right? I'm just saying, guys, sometimes when you're doing it, if there's an Elgato, I'll be really pissed. Danik, right? What are we talking about? Like, I can't. Helen. Guys, we make comedy out of anything really, but it does really go back to trolling how people look and the stupid things they wear and the dumb modifications they do to themselves. You know, like this guy, you know, he got rid of his dong or something, you know, it's like on his ass. There's something weird going on with this guy, you know, like he's a hermaphrodite or so, he's got a double-decker thing going on, and that's why she's really into him, because she also likes girls, so she's like, I got both with him. Because, you know, he looks like he's like Ellen as well. You're like, is Ellen coming back to do a show? No, I'm sorry, that's Machine Gun Kelly. He's starting a show. Oh, I thought it was the Ellen show. No, it's the vampire formerly known as Machine Gun Kelly, you know. Guys, my name is Machine Gun Kelly because you know I got a full belly. It's a hit. Yeah, Machine Gun, keep going. That's a good one. I'll get the music together for... Yo, my name is Machine Gun Kelly, got a full belly. Yo, you know I got a jelly sandwich in the background. Guys, platinum. Right? You guys are all going to buy it. The Machine Gun Kelly just dropped. Oh, which one is it? The jelly sandwich? Is he doing jelly sandwich? Just came out. I put the peanut butter on the left side. I put the jelly on the right side. Put it together. Say why? I don't know, because I got Megan Fox and she looks like a motherfucking vampire. Right? With the stupid face. Now, platinum, double digits. They're, you know, they gave me the thing from the AICAA, whatever it is, and it's the plaque on the wall. I went super platinum on that one. For the jelly sandwich, Megan Fox song. Megan Fox doing TikTok, shut your body rocks. It used to rock, but it looks like crap now. What? I'm just saying, she did a lot of work, guys. You know, 3 augmentations on the boobs. Yep, what you gonna do? I don't know. Megan Kelly gonna do Megan Kelly. Megan Fox. Yep, I'm gonna marry her. Nope, she's my twin soul, but you know I gotta get rid of that hoe. Guys, we're gonna do it. Let me put that one down. Just tell me, hold on. Tell me when I'm ready to go. Ready? Give it to me. I want to count off. Ready? Yo, my name Machine Gun Kelly. Yo, you gotta get the Kelly. You're saying that I'm hanging out with Nelly. What? No, just throw something in the middle and make it sound like I said something, or just like, I don't know, distort my voice. So it's like, Nelly, and then you just have Nelly come out. Yeah, do that one. Okay, back in. Come on. Count it in. I'm down on the streets. I'm hard as can be. My name is Mishon Kelly, and I don't know what I'm saying. It's the first time you did it right. You know, when you realized you don't know what you're saying, Machine Gun Kelly. So guys, he's been drinking blood, looking like Ellen, you know, coming back to do a show. Freaking Megan Fox's face, have you seen that? That ain't right, guys. She's looking like Wednesday from the Addams Family all of a sudden. And he's got the creepy fingernails on. You're a dude.
2024.
He said 2024. Okay, sorry, Machine Gun Kelly. I didn't realize 2024 allowed you to wear stupid long fingernails that look like you're some sort of weird vampire. You know, it's times like this. It's times like this that you wonder, how do I get in? How do I become part of the vampire crew? Just hanging out with Machine Gun Kelly, you know? Ellen. Sometimes, you know, it's one or the other. Not sure who it's going to be when he shows up. Is it Ellen today? Because, you know, Ellen comes out there and she, instead of rapping, the music comes on and they're like, 3, 2, 1. And instead, Machine starts doing this. He starts dancing. They're like, he came in as Ellen today. He's not in Machine Gun Kelly mode. He's in Ellen mode. Oh, goodness. You know, sometimes the comedy is aplenty here on the MarkinsPires show.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the like on the way out the door. Leave a comment and share. I'm live at 9 a.m. and after 9 p.m.
people.
So join us. This is the MarkinsPires show.
I gotta tell you, I think that bit is so funny, and you didn't see all of it. You saw, 9 minutes of it. It's 18, 19 minutes long. It is outrageous, especially all the crazy stuff I was getting into there. Like, I realize that sometimes the stereotypes are so freaking crazy that I get into. But I have to laugh. I feel like anytime there's a possibility of going towards a stereotype, I want to make it drip. I want that thing to be like overloaded. And I like it. Like, I don't think I'm offensive at all. I just think that I'm doing is making comedy. And I also think that, in general, stereotypes come from a little bit of truth. But the reality is you could take any stereotype, look at any person, any family in the world, and you could find someone that meets that stereotype. So it's like, it doesn't really meet groups, but stereotypes became over time because there's certain people within that group would say, oh, well, these people do X or these people do that. So when I make a comedy joke about how someone smells terrible because they're some sort of religious blah, 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 it's not even accurate, but it's funny just because it leans into the stereotype. If I make fun of the fact that someone's getting so much plastic surgery they're turning into Joan Rivers, to me that is hilarious. Megan Fox is a pretty girl. She probably looks okay still. Just to me, I don't like that. I don't like when people alter themselves and then they try to think they're like so smart no one knows it. Like Courtney Cox, what the happened there? You know, maybe they're all clones now. Yeah, Karen, you're probably right about that. You know? Oh, goodness. I would say that tomorrow I'm very excited about putting this piece out. I think it's great. I really do. And like I said, I'm subjective about it because it's my content. But I do love doing these roasts. And I hope people aren't offended by any of them. Like, I love Megan Fox or I love Machine Gun Kelly. He freaking sucks. You know? I'm just saying. Like, I hear a little drama he starts and I'm like, this guy's terrible. You put that guy rapping 20 years ago when Tupac and Biggie were around 25 years ago, that guy never would have made it. He's terrible. He's terrible. He's only made it because Eminem, and then there's a couple other people that have broken through. He is terrible. I haven't heard any of his music really, but when I see his antics and I see him on stage, I'm like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get any of this. I don't get how any of these musicians make it. And we sit here and write music every night and we can't get to the world, but these people get to the world with shit music every single day. It makes me laugh. It's like, oh, I'm going to the deli to get myself some jelly. Again with the jelly. I don't know how I'm going into that, but still. It's hard to find someone who's actually spitting out some real lyrics in that realm, you know? Like Eminem or like some of these other great, they say this guy, Kendrick Lamar is like that. I haven't heard any of his music really, but they say that he's very lyrical. I like that. I like when people get into it. I'm very lyrical, as you guys know. Even though I'm writing live in the moment, I'm lyrical. I'm very spiritual and deep within these moments, and some of the words that come out within a song that never existed but now is something. There's some crazy great lyrics in there, because when you're connected to the spirit of everything, magic takes place. I really truly believe. Yeah, we're having a bufferoo issue, aren't we, Kill It? Aren't we? I'm going to play you guys one quick song here. It is a Sunday night, so I want to try to get everybody some rest, and hopefully tomorrow morning you'll be with me for the morning show. I'll be live at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Should be right on time. I intend to be on time tomorrow. We'll see if it goes that way. Why am I seeing... Oh, that's why it's a picture. I'm in the wrong thing. Media source, that's what we're looking for. Everything's Joanne's fault. I'm convinced. She's a Weezer. So, I kind of want to hear this again because I put it out and I didn't actually listen to it a second time. I thought there were a bunch of errors, but when I heard it, I kind of was driving and listening to it after it premiered. I almost didn't want it to premiere because I was like, I have to make some changes, but then I just forgot to pull it down. So it made its way out there. It's a very new song. It happened last week. Let me see if I could find it. Flying High is amazing. This is called Soul Savior. Let me know what you think.
Come and wash the rain away. Wash the pain away. On the verge, on the verge of what? Time to search, time to let it all out. Let your soul soar free. Let your soul soar free. the cards fall down, the tree falls, you hear the sound. All this trouble bound, but what's right is right, so join the fight. Make peace with your brother while you still got time. Yeah, let your soul soar free. Let your soul soar free. Let your soul soar free.
Oh, goodness. I'll tell you, that's a song right there, too. Blow out the candles. May your dreams, wishes, desires come to pass in 2024, S-Coop. We all are hoping that. Hope it's an amazing year for you, S-Coop. You know, I think we're all dealing with troubling times. Obviously, as we know, the world is not an easy place to survive in, and it's only going to get more difficult going forward. You know, I spoke with someone today. You know, I don't like to get political here at all, but I spoke to a gentleman today who's on the other side of the track from me. And I found it interesting that I heard a lot of frustration from him about the border, about how, you know, the guy who's in charge can't even speak anymore, and a lot of the similar things that others are upset about. I'm hearing on that side. I'm also hearing that he was clearly smart enough to understand that the media is like so full of crap, you know. And we were talking about that, and I said, you know, this whole, I just wanted to bring up the whole thing about how for 4 years, the former, look, I'm getting booted out by them. For 4 years, there was a period of time where you couldn't close the border. Like there was a plan, let's do it, cost $5 billion. And they're like, everybody said no. People on both sides were like, no, you're a wild man, you're a xenophobe, you can't close the border, blah, 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 $5 billion. So that gentleman went and he pulled as much money as he could out of military in order to do that, right? So we fast forward now 4 years down the line, and the guy who's sitting there now just proposed this idea of $265 billion, 265, I believe it is. Maybe it was 256, 265, 268, whatever. It's crazy, stupid numbers. $265 billion to build houses and give them for free to the immigrants that are illegal and that they're coming over illegally. Give them free houses. And then I just pointed out and I said, you know, I just want you to realize this all started, and it was starting immediately the day that this guy came in. But when he came out and he said, we're going to give each person $450,000 because of, I don't even know. I said, just because we're just going to give each illegal immigrant $450,000. And I said, it didn't turn into anything. It was just some stupid thing he said, but they all heard it. All these people heard that. And they're like, presidents give $450 if we get over the border, let's go. And so that's one thing. And then you've got all these other like, and again, I said to him, and this was the joke, and this is what I'm trying to get around to. Yeah, and YouTube is always doing that when I start speaking truth. So I said to him, you know what's interesting to me is this is all done in order to get more delegates in these states so they can win the election. And I shouldn't even say that word. And I said, so they could win in November. And he said, I just kind of threw a tongue-in-cheek after. I said, doing all that, destroying the country just to stay in power. And he goes, it's insane, isn't it? And I was like, wow. When I heard him say, it's insane, isn't it? It's like he sees it too. He's like, yeah, they're destroying everything in order to keep power. And it's like, what? And then it's like, when you see like the insanity. And so we had a lot of back and forth, a lot of things we don't agree on. But I would say that I was hearing a lot of the frustrations that we all say. We're like, what the, you know, are you kidding me? People are who they are. You can't go and pretend you're something, all this weird stuff. We were kind of having like-minded conversations, not all. I mean, obviously there's stuff we weren't seeing eye to eye on, but the point is there's a lot more that we have in common than there is that we don't. And if we could find a way to talk about the things that bring us together, maybe we could find a way to get through the things that we don't, you know, really get along on. Just like, hey, we find a common ground first, we build this rapport, and then from there we could talk about some of the other uncomfortable subjects that maybe we don't see eye to eye on. You know, so, yeah, while our veterans are struggling, living on the street, you know, they're talking about giving homes to people who don't belong here. And so I said, the last thing I wanted to say to him was this, you know, my biggest fear is this. You have 20 to 40 million people. I said, you know what, that just say it's 20 million or say it's 30 million. And, or I think I had said 40. So I was like, say it's 40 million. And then you have 50 states. It's like, that's like something ridiculous. Like, 900,000 people per state, some stupid number, you know. And I'm like, and I said to him, you know, what the scary thing is say you took 900,000 people per state and you just dropped all these people, which is what they've been doing. They've been puddle hopping people all over the place, flying them up from Central America into our country illegally. Now they're doing it under some weird path of, hey, so they don't come across our border, we're going to fly them over. It's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? And like, nobody's saying a word. They're all saying, yep, this is good. Even Republicans are voting to, yeah, that we should do that. We should fly them in. And that's why I said to him, I said, you do realize this is all a game, right? He goes, what do you mean? I said, they all pretend that they hate each other, so we hate each other, but they're all having drinks after the bills are passed. These people are working together against the American people. And he goes, no, I don't think so. I don't think they like each other. And I said, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Jim Jordan and Nancy Pelosi are friends and they're hanging out. What I'm saying is that they have a common goal to keep the American people in a divisive state while they make decisions that don't benefit any American people. Like, it was like everything, all the decisions that are made, it's not the things we want done. We're supposed to control how our country is run. And instead, it's these people making decisions for their own pockets and for these special interest groups. And at the end of the day, we're sitting here holding the bag and trying to pay taxes we shouldn't even be paying because there's nothing in the tax code that says that we owe them a fucking penny for our labor. And they continue to strong arm us as the mafia and put us in jail if we don't. And gosh, am I going down the rabbit hole now? So, the interesting thing was just the conversation took place, and it was a good conversation, and I was glad to have it. And, like I said, I'm not going to see eye to eye with everybody, but I thought it was nice that I was hearing some things, the same frustrations that I have. I was hearing from somebody who's theoretically likely going to vote that way, and I don't know why they do that. I was like, I don't know why anybody's going to put them more, although maybe it will be better. I said, the one thing you have to say about the last guy is the things he said, he went out and did. And the one thing I liked about him is that he isn't two-faced. He doesn't know how to be. He just says it all. Blah. It all comes out. And people don't like that. People don't want that. People want someone to lie to them. And that's the problem. So you want these people to be these two-faced politicians who get up there and say one thing with this side. Then they go over there and they do this thing with the other side. And you're like, 4 more years. Then you get a guy who comes in and is just like, blah, and you're like, oh, no, I want the other guy. I want that politician. I want the piece of garbage scumbag who's been milking the system for 52 years. Let's give him a chance at it. I think he'll do good. What, did he do anything except for like negative stuff for the 52 years? Yeah, but you know what? We got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He said he's going to do good things this time, And I do just quickly want to point out that day one, there was a dictator in office this time around. And they're talking about, he's going to be a dictator. And he said day one he would be. He's going to do what this sleep sofa did. What was it, like 29 executive orders the first day? That's the dictator pulling back every single thing the guy did that was great for our country, including finishing off the last little bit of the border. Isn't that interesting? But now, guys, what we should do is we should spend $265 billion on free houses for people that don't belong here. And my grandfather came across Ellis Island. His name is on the wall. The door is wide, and it's here for everybody to come in, so we know who you are and we can understand what you're doing here. And are you here to work? Are you here to cause us harm? That's the way it's done. If you start doing what they're doing, and then they're flying them in. This is a takeover. It's the scariest thing in history, that you have a group that's in power that doesn't want to lose it so badly that they're flying in as many people as they can that don't belong here in order to push them through without having to bring an ID, without having to prove who they are. Just show up and sign a piece of paper and say they're going to vote for Senor Sleep Sofa Joe for 4 more years to destroy our country even more. You want people who are coming from communist countries to come here and dictate where we're going to go with our country. Now, this is the interesting thing. The people that are coming from those communist countries, they're not going to vote the way they think. So I think that these people are likely smart enough to understand when they get here that, they got here. That's great. But they don't want it. They don't want this country to turn in to what they just came from. So likely they won't vote for him, even though they think they're getting that vote. So I don't know. I think there's something to be said from both sides. But I think most of these people who've been in countries that were beautiful, like Venezuela, that turned into complete garbage, are not going to want that. And this country's going that way. And they're like, nope. Let's see if we could stop that. Let's vote for the other guy who wants to make America great. As at the end of the day, I don't know why that's such a triggering statement. Every country should be, or people should live in Israel and say, I want to make Israel great. They should live in Greece and say, I want to make Greece great. Like, there's nothing that's to be proud of your country. That's like when we were growing up as kids, we had the Pledge of Allegiance. We were there extremely proud of our country. It's completely gone, the pride. And so that is something that I think you lose completely when you have 40 million people coming here that don't believe in your same rule of law. Some of them are coming from gangs, and they're literally murderers, drug dealers, and they're coming through with millions, man. It's like, and then you hear these people like, well, sign the bill. We want to close it, but you're not helping. And they're like trying to turn it and shift it. But this bill allows 5 million people to come in a year. 5 million. Everybody should flat out say no fucking way. Come in legally. You can't just come across 5 million people. We just allow them to swing across the border. It's mental. There's a great clip of Obama, maybe Obama about 10 years ago, saying, at this rate, there's going to be 1.25 million people coming across. Because we can't have that many people coming through our border without illegally coming through. This is Obama saying it. Now they want 5 million, and they're like, Republicans, you're scumbags. I'm like, no, you're pieces of shit. For wanting the country to be overrun by people we don't know. You protect your country. You protect your freedom. These people want to give it all away. And man, I'm down the rabbit hole. Anyway. That's so true. Their end game is much more than the U.S. Doug Clark, you nailed it, brother. It's this is NWO stuff. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you got Klaus Schwab planning things for the next 6 years, and we are just 6 years away from their entire plan coming to fruition. If you guys have not seen that, go check out the UN plan for renewable whatever by the year 2030. This world is set to have about 1 billion people on it. Little give or take. That's the game plan in the next 6 years. How's that going to happen? Start questioning everything, my friends. And I know I'm trying not to do any of this here, which is to get down the rabbit hole and to get in trouble even more. But I'm kind of screwed here anyway. They double demonetized me. Said, no, we've run through your channel. You're harmful. Fucking jerks. I can't believe I'm a harmful channel for saying things like I just said for the last 5 minutes. There's nothing harmful within what I just said. It's just truth. And that is harmful to them because they are the harm to us by continuing to feed us with lies. I told this friend today, I said, I can't talk about anything that has to do with the, forget about what happened for the last 4 years, but if you talk about anything that has to do with the profession of taking care of people and making people get better, and you go see someone in a white coat and you do all that, if I talk about any of that, you get strikes. So you can't talk about anything in that field. They're controlling the narrative 100% about what you can say about anything in that field. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you can't talk about November. You can't talk about the last one, that November that took place. You can't even discuss what went down in January. You can't do any of that. If you do, you get a strike. And then clearly, if you're against the guy who's there right now, who's a piece of garbage, can't even speak, he shits in a triple diaper all day long, and he gets up there and marble mouths it and tries to read a teleprompter horribly. And everyone's like, 4 more years, 4 more years. And it's just stupidity. You go through X and all you see are these shills that are being paid to go out there and be like, oh, I'm so proud. I cannot wait for 4 more years. And like, what? I'm in the Twilight Zone. I'm harmful, but that guy who's like,
Yay! Let's go, guys! Let's keep going down the freaking drain!
that's not harmful. So, it's an insane world. It's a completely insane world. And then when you come out and you just say, hey, look, I just want to let it all, I want to say how I feel about this. I want to say about nobody. You did that. That's why the hole exists that you are in. If you kept your mouth shut, Mark, from the beginning, maybe we would have let you be seen by people. Maybe we would have let you actually grow. But instead, harmful. Live music, comedy news. We don't even, this last 10 minutes, we don't even do it anymore. But this is what I did for a few years. I was going in here telling you the truth every single day. You can go back. This is a freaking time machine. You can go back and see what was going on in the world any day over the last 5 years. Just go and push play. And you'd be like, wow, that came true. Oh my goodness. He was making comedy, but that came true. And like all my comedy bits that had to do with the Bugaboo and had to do with Dr. Weasel Faraci and all this other stuff, all came true. Evil Gates, the Dr. Evil stuff I did with Bill Gates, it was like, it all came true. And it's hilarious to watch because you're like, wow. And, you know, Trish says this all the time. She goes, this is more like relevant now than when you made it. Because it all came true. It's like you're watching something I did in 2020. And I saw someone today, they were like, oh, who knew from the beginning that this was the outcome? And not during the process and not like now. And like, yeah. Who knew at the very beginning that this was total horse crap? And I was like, I dropped that Dr. Evil clip in there, episode 16 of the DJT show. And I popped that on there. I said, yep, the most suppressed show on planet Earth because of this. And it's comedy. But comedy and satire died in 2019. If you mentioned anything to do with these people who've taken over our country in the most aggressive and radical of ways. And, you know, so we're at a time in history that we're likely going to self-destruct because there's not enough people like me out there that can be heard. And I can't even be heard. So if I can't be heard and I'm here every day moving towards 6 years in a row, moving towards 2,000 days in a row, and anybody else like me is being shuttered too because we're saying things that are true and that is harmful, we're screwed, man. We are screwed. We're the last hope. We are the last hope. And we need to somehow gather as a people, as like a united free people that are trying to keep this world going. Because I'll tell you, these people want to destroy it. They want to destroy everything, including you and me. And so they're doing a great job trying to destroy me. I mean, honestly, you talk about, I can't make any money on YouTube. I've been doing this for 5 years and now I'm like, nope, you were making money and we didn't like you. Now we're just not going to let you make money. And like, well, they really want me to quit, guys. I mean, I got to make a living. I can't do this for free for my whole life. And I've been doing it for 5 years in a row for free. And that's not anybody in the chat. That's not anybody in the chat. You guys are amazing. You come here and you support me, so I love you. But if I can't get to sponsors, if I can't get to, you know, enough people where there's a buzz on the streets about this show, like, oh, every day this show's on, freaking bringing fire, then it's there's going to be an end date. I can't go beyond 2,000 days, I don't think, because I have to focus on my family. I got 3 kids. My son's going to college in 3 years. My daughter's going to high school next year. My other daughter's she's 8 going on 9. And with all that crazy responsibility, like, I got to go and kill it at what I can make money at. And I clearly can't figure out how to do it this way. It's like, I don't know what else I can do as far as creative content. I've done it all. None of it gets through the swarm of suppression that is thrown in our direction. But you know what? It's like, I try my best, even though I know this is the reality. I don't like to talk about it. I'm not trying to complain to you about it. I'm telling you the world is screwed up. It's really screwed up. And, you know, I've been doing my best to figure out how to transition this show into something that at least puts some money in my pocket so I can tell my wife and my kids, like, yeah, I'm earning something for this. Because it's mental that I'm doing this for nothing every day. And I don't mean for nothing. You know what I mean, though. Everything costs so much. The lights I put on in this studio every single time I go live, I don't even know how to break down the cost. I got 6 lights on the green screen, on me, got one down there for the beat seat, and running the heat and all this stuff here in this garage every single day in order to keep my guitars warm, all that stuff. It's like it costs a fortune to do this, and I make $0 except for the amazing family members here that send donations through Patreon and whatever, etc. But the reality is there's gotta be a way for me to connect with sponsors. We're almost at 15,000 subscribers on this channel. We're at 41,000 on TikTok, 18.5 over on Clapper. how come I can't get any companies to call me and be like, hey, I want you to talk about my business, or I'll pay you monthly to do a live, ad every day for my business. Like that I have to figure out, because then I can just keep doing the show. I won't need to worry about it. So I'm making something for doing this. You know what I mean? So any ideas you guys have, any companies that want to promote anything that's could relate to this, whether it's music, comedy, or even just uplifting somebody who wants an uplifting message for their business, these are things I'd really like to start doing in order to generate some income for this platform. So I'm saying that almost as intention to put it out there into the world, see if I can figure out how to make that happen. You have to assume there's a company that'd be like, you know what, if I know there's a guy every day going live, I'd pay for that. I mean, one day the show's going to take off and he's doing a live feed where he's talking about my business. Or it doesn't, and I just keep doing this. Either way, we're having fun, right, S-Coop? Helen Gale, right? Evil never takes a break. Absolutely not. I was heard the story today at Palm Sunday about Jesus and his last day, and basically how Barabbas was let free, and that the Sanhedrin and all these high priests were egging on the crowd to have him kill Jesus and not to kill the murderer. And it's like, I was just thinking about it. I said this before. I'll say it every day of my life. It's true. Evil has always ruled the day. It's always ruled the day. There's so much evil in the world every single day of existence. And it's like you have to somehow cut through it with your joy, with your optimism, whatever it is, but it's evil is always ruling the day. Evil ruled the day that Jesus died. It was like they listened to some group of priests who were afraid of Jesus because he was the Son of Man, Son of God, and they had him murdered. It's like, that's mental, and like Barabbas, the murderer, was let free. I'm like, evil rules the day, always. It's really messed up. And tomorrow, evil's going to rule tomorrow. We have to figure out we have to do something to get ahead of it, to break through it. This show is like the daily sword of God, trying to break through the evil of this world. And that's why the sword of God exists over here. I built that thing because my intention is that, like, we're putting out the energy of the creator of this universe. The intention of Yeshua, is to try to bring this world together and to lift us up into the light. It's not the destruction of man. That's what the daily evil is. So keep that in mind, and remember, you could either be a part of the evil or you could decide to fight it. Join the 1,910-day fight against the evil of this world. This is the MarkinsPires Show. Let me say good evening to you awesome people. Helen Gale, Karen Littleton. I really hope we can get something going on those shops with the beat seat. Kill it and grill it. Keep killing it and grilling it, please. Leisure number 7, my brother. S. Coop, happy birthday to you. You're amazing. Thank you so much for being here always and supporting this show. We love you here. And so thankful that you found me and you've been here supporting me since you did and being such a huge part of this show. And I just hope you have the greatest year ever. And just want to say I love you. And also, Virginia, you're freaking awesome, right? Oh, goodness. Now, I know tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock is hard for some of you guys to get here. So I would say, if you can't, that's great, but please watch the replay. It's going to be an awesome show. Every show we do is awesome. I'm realizing it's like there's so much great comedy news. If it's not, I'm playing songs now in the morning, too. So it's going to be the same show day and night. You're going to get the same show, comedy news and music every single night, or comedy bits and music every day. I don't know, but we're going to try to keep the variety show theme. It's not just, broken into 2 different types of shows. It's the same show twice a day. So my hope is that I'll see you in the morning and I'll see you at night. And then you'll be here for the live stream comedy news premieres, which is at noon tomorrow. We have the Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly roast. And we're totally buffering right now. But it's going to be hilarious. So I hope I'll see you there. Until the morning, S-Coop, happy birthday. Hope you have a good night's sleep and start off the year on fire. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Have a great night. You got to go away, go away, go away.